Jerry Jones making a complete mess. Did Jerry Jones not give Dak Prescott a $60 million a year contract? And now he's sitting here contemplating hiring Deion Sanders as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And you know what comes along with Deion and coaching? His son.
The NFL just got rocked by a rumor big enough to send shockwaves through Dallas. Reports suggest Dak Prescott's replacement for the Cowboys could be none other than Shedeur Sanders. The thought alone is enough to ignite debates on talk shows, light up fan forums, and stir headlines across the league. If true, it doesn't just mean change for the Cowboys. It means a generational shakeup, a passing of the torch to a quarterback built for the spotlight.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the Dallas Cowboys should draft Shedeur Sanders and trade Dak Prescott. Not gonna lie, if the Cowboys somehow get the top #1 pick, that will be a good thought.
When the words Shedeur Sanders and Dallas Cowboys start appearing in the same sentence, the football world pays attention. Dallas isn't just any franchise, it's America's team. The star on the helmet isn't a logo, it's a symbol of pressure, legacy, and expectation. To even whisper that Shedeur might be lined up as Dak Prescott's replacement is to suggest the Cowboys are ready to gamble big on the future rather than cling to the familiar.
But that also means Jerry's going to have to figure out a way, if he brings Deion, he's going to have to figure out a way to dust Dak, to make room for Shedeur. And there's all these wild speculative rumors. Oh, they're going to trade Dak Prescott to Tennessee for the #1 draft pick. And I'm like, I live here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Dak Prescott has been the face of Dallas football for nearly a decade, but the conversation around him has always been complicated. Solid numbers, leadership, and resilience have been overshadowed by postseason disappointments. For Cowboys fans, patience is running thin. The franchise hasn't reached a Super Bowl in decades, and every playoff stumble feels heavier than the last. So, when the whispers start about Shedeur Sanders being eyed as the next man up, it's not just gossip. It's a reflection of Dallas searching for a new identity.
When you look at what the Cleveland Browns are doing, this is why people spin the block in relationships, right? You remember, hey man, I had a great relationship with this person, then I moved to this person and it wasn't so good. This person is available on the market again, let's spin the block and try it, right? And that's what they're doing. They caught fire late in the season 2 years ago with Joe Flacco.
Shedeur Sanders stepping into the Cowboys narrative is explosive for a reason. He's not just any quarterback prospect. He carries the charisma of a star, the swagger of a Sanders, and the arm talent to match. If the Browns expect him to command their offense, imagine him under the brightest lights in sports, wearing the silver and blue. Dallas thrives on spectacle, and Shedeur thrives on proving he belongs in it. It feels like a match built for headlines, even if it's still speculation.
You have arguably the #1 overall draft pick in Shedeur Sanders. Until the NFL inserted its subterfuge and decided to sabotage this man's, at least his rookie season, you got him right there. Why not provide some juice to that franchise? Because if I'm in that locker room and you tell me Flacco is starting again week 4, you want to talk about a way to lose the locker room.
The Cowboys aren't strangers to quarterback transitions. From Troy Aikman to Tony Romo to Dak Prescott, each new face under center has come with scrutiny and hype, but none of those stories carried the family legacy that Shedeur does. Being the son of Deion Sanders, a Cowboy legend, already ties him to the franchise in ways most players can only dream of. Imagine that story arc. Deion once electrifying Dallas as a cornerback, and now Shedeur potentially stepping in to lead as quarterback. It's the kind of full-circle moment sports writers would salivate over.
I've been a Cleveland Brown fan my entire life. I am praying to God that Shedeur gets an opportunity to show what he can really do. Knowing the Cleveland Browns, they dumbass gonna trade him. I've watched us not win nothing since 1964.
But the NFL isn't about storylines alone. It's about results. And the question becomes, could Shedeur actually handle the Dallas pressure cooker? The Cowboys aren't just a team, they're a brand, a weekly primetime show, a franchise where every mistake is magnified on national television. Shedeur has shown poise and resilience at every level, but the Cowboys' spotlight is another monster entirely. That's the intrigue. He's the type of player who just might embrace that chaos instead of fearing it.
That the Cleveland Browns did this to Shedeur Sanders, and I missed it because it happened just before the season started. It was actually very late August, the very end of August. They re-signed a player they had cut. You'll remember him from New England, Bailey Zappi. They did that to Shedeur Sanders. They went and signed Bailey Zappi because I promise you, Kevin Stefanski, the notorious Kevin Stefanski, who did in Baker Mayfield.
Fans are already split. Some are ready to see Dak ushered out, claiming the Cowboys need a fresh start and a quarterback with upside rather than one who seems stuck at a ceiling. For them, Shedeur represents hope, a chance at a new identity, a signal that the Cowboys are willing to take risks for greatness. Others see the rumor as premature, even reckless. Dak has carried this team for years, and tossing him aside for an untested young quarterback feels like playing with fire.
Here's my point. Shedeur has to go elsewhere. The only way out of this, trust me on this, the only way free of this situation, free Shedeur from Cleveland, free him, is for either them to cut him or them to practice squad him.
The comparisons are impossible to ignore. Dak entered the league as an overlooked prospect who shocked everyone by taking the Cowboys job from Tony Romo. Could history repeat itself in reverse, with Shedeur stepping into Dak's shoes and forcing a franchise to pivot once again? Dallas has always thrived on unexpected quarterback drama, and this rumor only fuels the fire.
Hey, I'm a fan of Shedeur, I'm a fan of Dion, but we just need to stop caring. Because the more people actually trying to tune in to watch Shedeur, the more they ain't gonna play him, and the more they using him for clout and clickbait. They don't want the guy. The owner don't want him. The coach don't want him. The general manager don't want him. They don't want him on the team.
For Shedeur, the potential opportunity is massive. Playing for the Browns would already be big, but playing for the Cowboys? That's a different universe. That's walking into the center of the NFL stage where every Sunday feels like a playoff game. It's instant stardom, instant criticism, and instant legacy building. Few young quarterbacks could even dream of handling that weight, but Shedeur has never lacked confidence. If there's a rookie who could walk into Dallas and say, "I got this," it's him.
Shedeur Sanders dropping in the draft was fine for me. He was cocky, he was the legendary stuff, I get it. I was actually not mad at them for it. Now him dropping that low, then I was like, I don't know about that. This seems a little weird. Okay, cool. But then we get into training camp and we got 4 quarterbacks. You go and get Tyler Huntley to make it 5.
From a business standpoint, the Cowboys thinking about Shedeur makes perfect sense. He's young, marketable, and already a household name thanks to his college career and his father's legacy. Jersey sales would skyrocket. The media frenzy would be endless. Even skeptics know that the Cowboys thrive when they dominate headlines, and bringing in Shedeur would guarantee just that. Jerry Jones has always loved a splash move, and there may not be a bigger splash in football right now than this.
There's always somebody out there who says, you know what? I think Shedeur can play. I think he's going to be something, and we need something to hang on to for the future. And they go sign him off the practice squad. They're going to have to put him on there. You can only sign off the practice squad if you put him on your 53. It's going to have to happen like that.
But make no mistake, this isn't just about publicity. It's about winning. Cowboys fans are done with moral victories and regular season hype. They want championships. And if the front office truly believes Shedeur gives them a better chance to reach that mountaintop, then the move becomes more than a rumor. It becomes strategy. The wild card in all this is Dak himself. He's not done. He's still capable of big games, still the leader of that locker room. If he senses the front office is even entertaining thoughts of moving on, the dynamic in Dallas could shift overnight. What was once steady could become shaky. That tension could either fuel a breakout run or implode the Cowboys season before it even begins.
But it's time to just stop caring about Cleveland again. Nobody care about Cleveland Browns anyway. Why would they list him as inactive? They don't want that boy on their team. In the NFL, they want the money, but they don't want him around either. I'm out.
No matter which way you slice it, the rumor of Shedeur Sanders replacing Dak Prescott is the kind of story that keeps the NFL buzzing. It blends legacy, controversy, and the eternal hunger for something new in Dallas. Whether it's just talk or the early signs of a franchise-altering decision, it's enough to set the league on fire. Because if Shedeur Sanders does end up wearing that star on his helmet, it won't just be a quarterback change. It will be the dawn of a new era. One where the Cowboys hand the keys to a young star ready to embrace the chaos, ready to shoulder the legacy, and ready to turn speculation into reality.